Okay, so we know that sometimes when people have problems with their kidneys, it can lead to one or more illnesses or diseases. So this is what we are going to focus. So, according to research, our kidneys' ability to coordinate respiration can affect the lungs' ability to control respiration. Research has long confirmed that kidney and lung, their functions are interconnected. It's a manifestation of comorbidity in this case. Or comorbidity is implied in this example, to say the least. So the quality of our kidneys affect how the kidney can grasp or absorb the air. Quality of kidney can also affect the kidney's ability to inhale and exhale. And this in turn affects the lungs' ability to adjust to the pH changes to ward off carbon dioxide and other volatile acids. And how well our kidneys grasp and absorb the air, in turn, affects whether the air can flow down the kidney. So if the kidney is messed up, it affects the lung function. I think comorbidity is implied in this example. And the quality of our kidney function in terms of its ability to regulate blood oxygenation. This can affect its ability to maintain the balance of our blood pressure and other minerals. And if the kidney cannot maintain the balance of BP and minerals, it may increase a person's chances of getting COPD, hypertension, chronic metabolic acidosis, or even hyperphosphatemia. And when somebody has hyperphosphatemia, this person can be deficient in calcium too. So it seems to me that comorbidity is also implied in this kidney function, its ability to regulate blood oxygenation. And the kidney's ability to maintain balance of BP and minerals can determine the person's risk of getting phosphate disorder. And the kidney's ability to maintain balance of BP and minerals can also affect bone metabolism. So it seems to me that comorbidity is implied in this example. And the kidney's ability to regulate blood oxygenation can also affect its ability to regulate the bone marrow and RBC, or red blood cell production. And this ultimately determines the risk of anemia due to chronic kidney disease. So it seems to me, when we look at this diagram, comorbidity is implied in here. When this function is messed up, it opens new kinds of wounds. We can picture each kind of wound as each disease or illness. And the quality of kidney in terms of its ability to regulate calcium metabolism can affect its ability to produce biologically active form of vitamin D. And this ability to produce vitamin D determines a person's risk of getting bone pain, muscle weakness, fatigue, osteoporosis. And the kidney's ability to regulate calcium metabolism can also affect its ability to absorb calcium in the gut. And these can ultimately determine a person's risk of getting osteoporosis. and the kidney's ability to absorb calcium in the gut, and also determine the person's risk of getting hypertension and hypoglycemia. So when we look at this diagram, once again, comorbidity is implied in here. When this function, the ability to regulate calcium metabolism, is messed up, it can increase the risk of all these illnesses and diseases. And the quality of kidney function, in terms of its ability to regulate parathyroid hormone, can affect the kidney's ability to retain and absorb calcium. And if the kidney is not so able or less effective in retaining or absorbing calcium, it can lead to inability to absorb vitamin B12. And this automatically increases the risk of getting osteoporosis. And if the kidney is less effective or unable to retain or absorb calcium, this can increase the risk of vitamin D deficiency. And the kidney's ability to regulate parathyroid hormones can affect its ability to remove phosphorus. And this, in turn, determines whether the person is going to be calcium deficient in his or her bones. And the kidney's ability to remove phosphorus can also determine whether the calcium is present in the person, like whether deposits in the blood vessels, lungs, eyes, and the heart, whether calcium is present in these areas of the body. And this may increase the person's risk of getting heart attack, stroke, or it can also be fatal. It can increase mortality risk. So once again, when we look at this diagram, we see comorbidity implied in here. Any questions so far? So you know, you've been through this before.